Hey, what's going on, people, and welcome back to the channel. Just got home from work. My son's at football right now. We're gonna go picking him up in just a little bit, bring him home to get a shower. Today is his 13th birthday, so this is the first day that he is an actual teenager, so we're gonna go celebrate just a little bit, take him out for supper. He wants to go to Cold Stones. I don't know where he really wants to go for supper, but I guess we'll find out. So I don't have a lot of time, and it's just about ready to cut loose about any minute. We do have rain just to the west of me, just about the Salina, Van Wert area, so it's just about ready to start raining here. So just have a few things on my mind I wanted to cover. You know, like I told you last time, I want to do a new injector. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with I'm not thinking, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go with a 125, like a 10 by 9.5. So that's kind of where I'm going, but you know, there's so many different places to pick up injectors out there that it's not even funny. You got DAP, you have BD Diesel, you have industrial injection. You know, there's so many different companies out there, and it just, you know, cost depends on if you use a new body or if you use a reman body. You know, the reman body injectors, they're so much cheaper, and you know, there's always that error. There's always that possibility of human error, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But there's always that possibility of human error on a brand new injector too. So I guess, you know, I'm gonna go, just hit me up in the comment section. Let me know where you guys have bought your injectors. I know the last time a couple of you guys said DAP, but I'm not sure where I'm gonna go. Turbo, I am going to do a new turbo also pretty soon. Not certain when. I do want to go with just a little bit bigger turbo. You know, in the last video I told you I turned my comp box up to a 1x4. You know, it never really cleans up even on a 1x4. I can get into it pretty hard, and until I let off, it is just blowing soot, and I really don't care for that. I don't want that to happen. You know, it does keep people off my ass from following too close, but you know, there again, I don't really want to, every time I take off from a stoplight, a stop sign, whatever, if I'm in it just a little bit hard, I'm blowing soot, you know, on everybody behind me or people coming at me, or if I have motorcycles behind me, you know, that's really going to piss him off. You know, when I rode a bike and I was behind a diesel truck, that really, you know, upset me too. So I don't really care for that. So that's why I'm going to drop down in injector size. I don't really need the 200, so those will come out. There is some places out there that do offer new or a reman injector in the 125s that doesn't require core. But you know, I'm not really going to need these injectors anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and send them off, and you know, for my core charge. Another thing I thought about too was also just buying nozzles. That's an option also. Some places you can buy just nozzles and then do a new upper O-ring and then a new crush washer, along with, you know, just switching out the nozzles on my current bodies I have. To me, I don't know how that would be any different than, you know, going through and buying reman injectors on a 125 horse. So, you know, just a bunch of questions in my head that I need to do some research on. So, you know, with your guys' help, because you guys usually do pretty good about helping me out in the comment section, you know, let me know what you think would be feasible and what you actually would like to see on the channel. Would you like to see me, you know, redo these injectors and just put, you know, the 7 by 9.5 nozzles in what I have, and then just take these injectors and turn them into a 125 horse injector? You know, that's a question too. I'm not 100% certain on what goes into a reman injector as far as taking it from a factory to, you know, an oversized injector. So, you know, that's one thing that, you know, I may explore also. As far as turbo, this is basically, it's an HX40 base, which means there's an HX40 flange and a T3 exhaust flange. The HX40 runs a 4-inch V-band downpipe, which I have, and then also has, my truck is a 6-speed NV56, or it's an HO 6-speed, so therefore it runs a T3 separated flange. So, you know, I'm going to stick with that because that's what my exhaust manifold is also set up as. So, you know, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with like a 63, 68 as far as my turbo. Just trying to decide maybe what manufacturer to go with. I really like what the guys over at Stainless Diesel is doing with theirs, but there again, you know, they're pretty expensive also. There's so many alternatives out there for different types of injectors and different types and brands, sizes of turbos. You know, I also thought about doing a compound setup, but I just don't think, for me as an everyday driver, you know, I know there's a lot of guys out there, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of guys out there that have everyday drivers that run compounds, but where do you draw the line as far as where do you stop? You know, I guess there isn't no stopping point, but I just, you know, I just don't know. So I mean, with these trucks, the sky's the limit. You can go as far as you want, but I guess if you're going to start doing that kind of horsepower and upgrades and stuff like that, I would prefer not to do it on a VP44. I probably would switch over to, you know, I probably would P-pump swap it to be able to run a compound and push just a little bit more horsepower. But there again, there's another huge expense. To do a P-pump swap is right around $3,000 depending upon where you buy your kit from. So, you know, it's just, there's so many options and so many different scenarios and avenues and ways to go that it's not even funny. But as far as the injector, let me go what you guys would like to see in the comment section. Tell me what you think, tell me what you want to see, and we'll go from there. As far as turbo, you know, give me some more ideas as far as what you think as far as turbo. Probably going to go with like a 366, or stay with an S. Actually, Stainless Diesel has a 300, which everything I have right now that is a 63, 68. So basically all I would be doing is just taking my turbo off and bolting that in place. But I mean, I guess that's with any turbo. It's just I'm staying the same size, just upsizing the exhaust and the compressor wheel size. So to change this one, it would be so much machining involved that I would be already at that tolerance where I might as well, or I'm sorry, that money where I might as well just buy a new one. It's just not feasible to machine this one up and make it a bigger size. So I might as well just take it and put this on the shelf and possibly use this for my compound setup in the future. And if I do go with a bigger charger right now, I can use this one as my spooling charger. I mean, use this one as my small charger to help spool the next one. So it's just an option. Well, an option. There's so many options that it's not even funny. So, you know, one of the things that I saw too, as far as my paint that I just did a little bit ago, I was pretty stoked and excited about doing that VHT paint, which it has lasted and pretty good thus far. But the other day when I degreased my engine and cleaned everything off, I noticed I'm starting to get just a little bit of rust in through here, and then over there just below that turbo bolt or turbo flange bolt right there, you can see just a little bit of rust starting there. So gonna have to pick up some more of that and do some touch-up work. Stainless Diesel also has a stainless exhaust manifold, which is pretty sweet. I was on there looking at those and talking to them guys about it, and that's a pretty cool setup there. So that would be pretty neat to see, you know, a stainless exhaust manifold. I don't know what the flow efficiency is on it compared to a cast iron versus stainless steel, but that's some of the things I would look into before I would spend the money on it too. So anyway, guys, this is one of the things I wanted to touch on and get you guys' opinion, and, you know, let me know what you think. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hit that like button, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already done so, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.